In this video, we are going to talk about top 10 richest countries in the world. So before starting, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for our future updates. 1. Luxembourg population, 629,191 GDP per capita, PPP, $120,962.2. Known for high income levels and a low unemployment rate, Luxembourg is the wealthiest nation in the world. With its inflation rate of just 1.1%, its wealth is likewise highly steady. According to the World Economic Forum, the key explanation behind Luxembourg's high GDP is the vast number of individuals working in this small landlocked country while dwelling in the adjacent Western European nations. The modern infrastructure and good values for the labor market attract investment and replicas of the large foreign corporations. Having relied on the steel and iron sector for a long time until it ceased delivering profit in the 1970s, the country adapted magnificently. Today, as one of the most educated labor forces in the world, Luxembourg prospers from a combination of sectors, mainly an import-export economy built on financial services. Small to medium-sized firms grew, while international organizations strongly require a highly skilled workforce with the capacity to speak many languages. There is also a modest but lucrative agriculture industry in the nation. 2. Singapore population, 5,866,407 GDP per capita, PPP, $101,936.7. Having no natural resources to base its economy on has not prevented the hard-working and ingenious Singaporeans from turning their nation into the second richest in the world. Being a key world center for global financial services corporations propels the economy. The occupations in manufacturing, services, transport engineering, and logistics pay its residents well, while electronics, biotechnology, and chemicals are the country's principal exports. 3. Qatar population, 2,899,617 GDP per capita, PPP, $93,851.7. With merely a little fishing sector and nearly no schools barely 50 years ago, the once sleeping peninsula off Saudi Arabia's eastern coast has become an important oil-exporting international hub in the past 2 decades. Qatar initially launched major shipments of natural in 1997 to Japan and Spain, extending to other nations in the early 2000s. 15 years and 14 natural gas plants later, its GDP has increased dramatically from $30 billion to over $200 billion. Qatar has the greatest natural gas reserves worldwide, trailing Russia and Iran at about 900 trillion cubic feet, generating 60% of its aggregate GDP. Having found oil in 1939 and natural gas 30 years later, it started producing 46,500 barrels per day in 1951. Although part of the income was utilized to start modernizing the kingdom, the royal family hoarded much of it, with portions also going to Great Britain, its dominating country. After obtaining independence in 1971, Khalifa bin Hamad removed his father and boosted expenditure on social programs, housing, health, education, and pensions, decreasing the royal family's allowances. The government also obtains big profits on investments in foreign companies, banks, and even the Paris Saint-Germain soccer club and real estate in London. 4. Ireland population, 4,953,494 GDP per capita, PPP, $87,212.0. Low corporate taxes consistently entice several multi-billion-dollar firms to migrate and build their company in Ireland, adding to the GDP and the high quality of life for the people. Although residents get high incomes, the income per capita has been expanding far slower than the aggregate GDP. Nevertheless, the country's stability and continual income gain through tourism, agriculture, and industry is sought by others. 5. Switzerland population, 8,675,923 GDP per capita, PPP, $70,276.6. Considered one of the happiest and healthiest countries in Earth, Switzerland is home to German, French, and Italian-speaking residents, living happily and prospering together for over 800 years. Even with its high cost of living, pricey goods and services, and the Swiss franc's extraordinarily high value with a high conversion rate to other currencies, people come to interact with this nation via business or tourism. A stable economy with a fixed currency value, Switzerland is considered highly by investors seeking a secure sanctuary for extremely lucrative achievements. Attractive tax rates draw in investment, while foreign firms strive to extend their operations to Switzerland. 6. United Arab Emirates population, 9,926,221 GDP per capita, PPP, $69,957.6 back. When it was known as the Trucial States, the pearl business flourished in this area from the 1770s until the late 1930s, when pearl diving was a pastime converted into a considerable source of revenue for the people living in the little settlements. Having been able to create some of the most magnificent resorts in the world, Dubai, along with the rest of the nation, has moved on to tourism, which continues investing in itself via continued expansion and popularity. The discovery of oil in the late 1950s prompted a confrontation between Dubai and Abu Dhabi inhabitants, with the latter obtaining the upper hand over the oil limits and growing affluent, while the former suffered. While Abu Dhabi flourished, the ruler of Dubai, Sheikh Rashid bin Saeed Al Maktoum, did not lose confidence in his state's future, loaning tens of billions of dollars to invest in the state's infrastructure in 1958, building its first airport by 1960. 7. Norway population, 5,435,878 GDP per capita, PPP, $67,978.7. Norway is recognized to having the greatest level of life on Earth and ranked top on the Human Development Index with its superior education systems, unique social security system, and universal healthcare. Its raw oil and gas resources exports drive the economy, while huge reserves assure future prosperity, including seafood, hydropower, timber, minerals, natural gas, and freshwater. Petroleum is another export that has been giving Norway wealth since the 1970s. The government invests in free education for its residents, while parents ensure that youngsters understand the significance of production from an early age in school. 8. United States population, 331,643,466 GDP per capita, PPP, $65,279.5. With resource-rich terrain and the greatest economy in the world, the United States has a tremendous buying power. 9. Brunei population, 438,788 GDP per capita, PPP, $64,724.1. Having acquired independence from Britain in 1984, the little nation of Brunei, located in South Asia, swiftly expanded to become one of the wealthiest countries in the world. 10. San Marino population, 33,931 GDP per capita, PPP, $61,006.8. The steady and flourishing economy of San Marino is partially owing to its resourceful residents, who were able to effectively adapt and maximize their available resources. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoy this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.